Hi, it's Ramsey Dewey with the JX Fight Club in Shanghai, China. Welcome to another edition of Q&A with the Coach. Today we have a question from our friend Max Bakaroff, who says, a hypothetical situation, that there are two people who both weigh 160 pounds. They're fairly athletic, but they have no fighting experience, or any experience for that matter, in any sports. And they're about to have a UFC fight. And I have 5 minutes to teach them how to fight. What do I tell them? Now, my most pressing question is, how did they get in the UFC with no fighting experience? Because that shouldn't happen. It's supposed to be the highest tier MMA organization in the world. Now, I'm going to answer this question under the assumption that you meant MMA fight. Perhaps they're going to do an amateur bout. So that happens. That happens all the time. And I've actually been in this situation. I often show up to corner my own fighters, and then other guys who showed up without a cornerman of their own, for whatever reason, often with little or no fighting experience, will come up to me and say, hey, I need a cornerman, will you corner me? And that's a weird situation, because you can't learn how to fight in 5 minutes. You can't. So generally what I do, I talk to them, hold pads, mitts, get them warmed up, try to put them in a positive state of mind where they are able to perform and do their best and handle that big adrenaline dump that's going on before that fight. Because technically, you're not going to learn anything in 5 minutes. I remember this one fighter showed up without a cornerman and asked me to corner him for a fight. And I tried to show him some technique, a specific kickboxing combination that worked out really well for me. And I remember him trying it in the fight. Again, we just worked for him like 5 minutes on the pads beforehand. And he had the idea of what this combination was supposed to look like, but the actual execution wasn't working out. And so he ended up just getting tagged in the chin every time he tried it, because he didn't have the right angles, didn't really have a solid understanding of what to do. And I remember scratching my head thinking, yeah, you really can't learn how to fight in 5 minutes. So again, what I have done in that situation and what I do in that situation where people show up without a cornerman, without adequate instruction, is try to put them in a frame of mind where they are at the very least composed and relaxed and able to hold themselves together under pressure. But again, that in and of itself is a skill set that requires a great deal of time and effort and experience. You can't upload experience into people's brains. I know I said that before, and somebody said something like, Eddie Bravo might disagree with you. I don't know. I only had a very brief email interaction with Eddie Bravo once, never talked to the man in person. So, no idea what's going on there. Anyway, thank you for the question. Get out there and train.